Let me tell you our story. This is us, 5EHL alumni who decided to go into business together. After thinking, we decided, what if we open a hotel together? We decided to invest our money. However, one of us invested 50% in the business. This is our property, an Italian estate containing 30 rooms located in the middle of a vineyard. We chose the Tuscany region, and as it might be cold, we're closing during winter. This 5-star hotel has for target wine lovers, family, and seniors. As the stays might be long enough, the hotel offers 1 night for every 4 nights booked. Our F&B concept is organized toward localism and innovation. This innovation concerns especially a magnetic card received by every customer at the beginning of their stay to enjoy a glass of wine whenever they want, not needing any staff to serve them. The hotel contains lots of features such as a spa, a gym, as well as a kids club. And finally, we have a very developed concierge service, accessible throughout the hotel app.
As the founders of the company, we had to choose the legal form of doing business we wanted. To do so, we compared the strengths and weaknesses of the sole proprietorship, the partnership, the LLC, and the corporations. As we were financing the project with our personal assets and therefore want to protect them, the sole proprietorship and partnership were not an option. Moreover, as we do not plan to expand at the moment and do not need large funding, the corporation alternative was consequently too difficult and time-consuming. We therefore decided to choose the LLC legal form, which was the best fit for our company. The only negative point is that, in Italy, LLC are considered as separate legal entities and we will therefore be exposed to double taxation. To be more specific, as there are multiple LLC types in Italy, we decided to go for the traditional private limited company as our business was too big to use the simplified one. To set up our company, we will need to meet different requirements, such as a registered address in Italy and a tax identification number, for example.
Welcome to the virtual tour of all intellectual property of our business we want to protect. Reviewing our IP list regularly is important as the objective is to use our assets to produce revenue and be protected from criminal and civil risks. Let's start with the trademarks. Our wine brand, our hotel name as a trade dress, and our website as a service mark. We also have a trade dress protecting our logo, the artistic building front facade, and our wine bottle design. Careful about trademark infringement. Trade secret protects our recipes. Our wine and the seasonal recipes created for us by an independent chef. Confidentiality clauses and labeling the documents as such is in it. Copyright is great to produce revenue through licensing. One of the founders is the producer of our marketing content. The source code of our special apps also falls into that category. Finally, patent protects the building of our app as well as our oil pressing process. Both have a practical use, don't already exist, and are non-obvious. As we will give our staff training on the region history, local guides will be used. For educational purpose, only a small part of the content can be copied. This will also be the occasion to promote IP awareness.
To avoid uninvited people visiting our clients or our employees giving out confidential information about our clients to a third party, we will introduce an employee handbook consisting of a part about privacy and a part about data security. The privacy part states the responsibility of every employee to protect the privacy of our clients. Every employee must behave in a discreet way, no confidential information about our clients can be disclosed. Additionally, we're including a list of potential questions that are often asked in relation to data security. The data security part is mostly about the guidelines introduced by the GDPR system. This system includes 7 protection and accountability principles. An example is the lawful and transparent processing of collected data, which is valid towards clients and employees.
Have you ever wondered how negligence can lead to legal action? Have you ever wondered how to avoid accidents, thus avoiding lawsuits altogether? During our renovation period, we will make sure we are close to customers and have clear signs posted throughout the renovation areas to warn the staff about potential dangers. We will also be sure to inform and discuss with the employed renovating companies any potential risk of negligence that can appear due to their work. Once our concept has started, we will have to ensure safety for all our guests. This includes not only the families and tourists that come to our hotel, but also all potential guests or supplier that access our property under our invitation. To do so, we will define different access rights according to each persona, inform our guests of potential risk, and assign these responsibilities to specific tasks so that they can minimize our liability for negligence.
This is Leonardo, the local celebrity chef we hired to create our seasonal menu in collaboration with our in-house chef. We decided to hire him as an independent contractor to benefit from his knowledge of local ingredients. Why independent contractor? Because he won't work for us on a regular basis or fixed salary, and we only interest ourselves on the final product. We also don't want him to act in the name of our brand, so he's not an agent. Leonardo also wants to stay independent, pursue other opportunity, and is responsible for his own resources and formation. The most important points for the contract drafting are the scope of service of Leonardo, menu design, recipes, and ingredient research, while we remain in control of the daily operations. We want to own the right for the menu he creates for us and protect the trade secret by including confidentiality and non-disclosure clauses. The salary will be a fee linked to the average meals sold during the season. The contract length will be a year to see how our F&B evolves. We also want the right to end this contract in the first 45 days without paying damages. Leonardo needs to pay an indemnity if he leaves before the opening. Other important aspects are non-compete agreements, image issues, the right to use his image and preventing him from tarnishing ours, and force majeure clause.
To determine the method of doing business, we looked at the different possibilities and tried to find the one that fitted our needs the most. The owner of a managed facility and third-party managed facility possibilities could not be considered, as we want to run our hotel ourselves, and this would go completely against it. Then, we realized that even though the franchise had advantages, such as having more market penetration and the franchisor know-how, it would not be the best option, as we would not be able to have our own trademark and would not have had enough control of our company, which goes against our will. Finally, the lessee operator model was discarded, because we wanted to renovate the building in order to obtain a trade dress, and not being the owner of the facility would make that difficult and thus be counterproductive. Consequently, we decided to choose the owner-operator model. It is the most simple and the one that meets our needs the most. We can have our own trademark, we have the ability to renovate, and most importantly, we have total control over the company, which is exactly what we want.
The real property we bought was in the family of one of our buyers since generation. As we wanted some freedom, such as selling when we want and use it in an unlimited manner, as long as it's legal, we decided to buy that property. Buying the property will allow us an increased control over the action we'd like to take in the future, such as renovation and trade dress of the front facade. Concerning contract drafting, we hired a lawyer from a law firm and dictated to him the points we considered essentials. First of all, the name of sellers and buyer, as well as sales amount, included how much is invested by each buyer. Then closing costs. We want property evaluation to make sure we buy it at fair price and property inspection. Major repairs must be done by seller before we buy it. As we want to renovate the building to implement facilities, we have to make sure that the water and gas supply are in enough quantity. If some inputs are broken, repair costs will be at the seller's charge. After checking their accounts and after the buyers quitted their actual jobs, they will need 60 days to complete all transactions after signing the contract. We also want to put in the appendix the fact we would like to keep the old wine price. Putting in the appendix will allow us to optimize taxes.
All equipment for the wine and oil production will be purchased from a supplier which is a friend of one of the founders. The supplier is situated in a vineyard close to our hotel, ensuring easy transportation. The purchased furniture will not include fixture. This to allow renovations of the property at any moment and keeping the original furniture purchased from an individual supplier rather than mass production. The ingredients for F&B service to purchase will be discussed between our head chef, our celebrity chef, and the local supplier, ensuring the purchase of goods fitting the intended purpose. The decoration will compose of artworks from young upcoming Italian artists purchased from the gallery of one of the founders' family. The drafted purchase contract will include FOB, place of destination, in order to avoid liability for whatever happens to the good during transportation. We will include the implied warranty of merchantability, which will assure us to be sold products which are in reasonably good working condition. The inclusion of the implied warranty of fitness for particular purpose will protect us from being sold products which do clearly not fit the intended and communicated purpose.
Finally, all that remains to share is the overall direction to take, so here is our development plan. We believe that through franchising, the founding ideas will be maintained and shared to all future properties. Locavourism, agriculturalism, and luxury will forever be linked to the franchise. Through a proper contract with franchise conditions, fees, duration, and other elements of a contract, the image of the franchise can in turn be embedded onto all new properties. This will allow the franchise to thrive on the long term, and this success story will serve as an example of a sustainable and socially responsible story. In the meantime, if you ever need to stop close to Tuscany, feel free to spend the night at our hotel and discover the true meaning of service experience.